convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protests. Oh, and you'll be disgusted so gross when they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight. I will convert your children. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children.
So it's been a while since I've made a video on this channel that could potentially be controversial, we'll say. This channel has taken a couple of hits over the last couple of years, and to be quite frank with you all, I don't care at this point. When I saw that clip the other day, I knew that I had to say something. I had to speak on it. I could no longer just sit on the sideline and not voice my opinion on what it is I witness, what it is you witness on a day-to-day basis. Ladies and gentlemen, I grew up in the late 80s and 90s, and I do not remember seeing what I see today, hearing what I hear today. I don't remember any of these things being accepted or condoned or celebrated at that. When you have people that are a part of the LGBTQ community saying things like, we're coming for your children, we're going to convert your children, you'll never see it coming, like it's going to be some sort of like sneaky agenda. And it's like anytime you bring up the fact that there's a such thing as a gay agenda, people get extremely offended and upset and angry when in fact, if your plan is to convert children, to change children, to confuse them, is that not an agenda? Now, there will always be individuals who try to dumb this down and try to make this seem harmless. But let me tell you something. When you involve children, it's not harmless. It's very dangerous, and it puts future generations in danger. It is not the place of anybody outside of the home and the parental guidance of those children to learn anything. We send them to school to learn curriculum. We send them to school so that they can get an education, not learn about sex change, not learn about lesbians and gay, not learn about any of that stuff. That is adult material. That has absolutely nothing to do with kids. And it makes me wonder, like, how much of a perverted just community, I'd say, targets children. Now, I know that there will be some people out there that will say things like, oh, well, it's not all of them, and, they don't speak for us. Well, why don't you get your people in check? Like, why in the world do you never see the so-called good members of the LGBTQ community call out this nonsense? Like, for real, like, check your people. If you don't condone it, you call it out. But you never see it. You never hear it. Ever. Folks, let me tell you something. As parents, we need to make sure that we are paying close attention to what our children do. Close attention to what they watch. Close attention to what they listen to. Close attention to who they hang with. Be that parent that polices your child. If you care about the mental health of your child, if you care about the future of your child, because your children are the target. My children are targets. All children are targets. You saw it firsthand in the video that these individuals, these wicked individuals, are targeting children. And this don't have anything to do with sexual orientation. Wicked is wicked. There's wicked straight people. There's wicked gay people. Some people tend to think that gay people are just some sort of angels that can never do any wrong and that just are right on all grounds. Well, this ain't right. And if you're somebody out there that condones this and you support this, then tell me you're a predator without telling me you're a predator. Tell me you're a pedophile without telling me you're a pedophile. Tell me you're wicked without telling me you're wicked. If you support this is. If you support it. If you're down with it. Stay prayed up, ladies and gentlemen. Pray every single day over the protection of your children. Pray that God gives you the wisdom in which you need to be able to withstand the fiery darts of the devil, as said in the book of Ephesians. Keep the whole armor of God on at all times, because the devil, he's pulling out the last stops. He's coming out with the heavy artillery. When you start attacking children, that's an act of desperation. That is like a final attack as far as trying to destroy the final generation of individuals that could potentially bring souls to Christ. We need to be raising up children that are going to help bring souls to Christ, not destroy their souls by falling into sin. Stay prayed up. Peace.